morning. This is Scott Cullen, editor-in-chief of the Cannata Report, and we are here for Fridays with Frank Cannata, founder of the Cannata Report. Good morning, Frank. How's it going?
Good, Scott. How are you today?
I am terrific. It is so nice to see you. The weekend is almost here, and I'm hoping to have a good one. Of course, I think I'm going to be spending some time finishing up my taxes so I can bring it to the accountant next week.
Yeah, we're working on the same thing this weekend.
Not a fun thing to do, but anyway, this is going to be fun. We've got a question from Barry Simon at DataMax, and he's asking the right guy, how can dealers diversify? And I know and just to put in a plug for our March issue, the theme is diversification. So we could suggest to Barry wait for that issue to come out, but he can actually get some ideas sooner by watching Fridays with Frank.
Well, listen, first of all, thanks to Barry. He's been a wonderful supporter of ours and a very, very long time subscriber. And so for Barry, we're happy to do this. This is not a complex issue, and I don't mean to minimize the problems that dealers are facing today. But the reality is this business was maturing and declining and I'm talking specifically about A3 MFP. We did a study for a client 2 years ago, and we asked the dealers that it was purely an investigation on A3 replacing A4. And they were saying, no, it's going to be around forever. There was a few of the dealers, but a very small percentage that said no. They saw that this was a market that was maturing, but they still saw some longevity in it, some as long as 5 years. Well, the pandemic has kind of accelerated that, and I don't think that's any longer the case. So I think it's an accepted fact that A4 is replacing A3. So what does that mean? It means that the contracts coming back now off lease have to be replaced by a totally different configuration of machines. And with all the furloughs and people working virtually, the number of machines would decrease. So the value on average, and this is by talking to various leasing companies, is roughly 50% on renewal. So we have that. And I think this is why Barry was asking this question. In his case, he's already on the road to diversity because he's picked up telephony as part of his IT services, which is a great first step. If somebody were to say to me, well, what's the first step? I'd say, if you're into IT services, add telephony. It is a no-brainer. What else would I add? I would answer physical security equipment. And then along with that, also cybersecurity within the IT services. So those are two other important areas, which I think, Scott, you and I have talked to enough dealers to know that a few of them have done that already.
Exactly.
And done that quite well. So that's there. And I think those that have done it are a model that this can be done and done effectively. Beyond that, what can be done? Well, if you want to stay in the print business, there's only one way you can go, and that's to go up. There is no other way. And why wouldn't you, if going up takes you to a market that is a growth-oriented environment? Of course, I'm talking about production print and industrial print, which we've spoken about ad infinitum for the longest possible time. The response that I hear from dealers who I respect and understand the challenges say it's a different business. How different is it? Here's a dealer now who's, let's say, just really selling in the office. He's selling some light production. He has an outbound sales force. He has an outbound service organization. He's got, in many cases, in the majority of the cases we deal with, they all have tenured sales forces. So how much different is it to have a salesperson call upon a commercial printer as opposed to an office? Is the subject so complex they can't be taught? That's nonsense. I don't buy that for a minute. EFI does an incredible job of providing education online for their fiery front end. That's the first step. I think the cost is like $250. Wow, that's an investment. And basically the course is designed to teach a digital operator. Well, if you teach the salespeople how to be a digital operator of a digital press, that conversation should be very easy when he goes to talk to a commercial printer about a product that you might want to sell. Now, if you're a Ricoh dealer, a Canon dealer, a Konica Minolta dealer, you have excellent resources in terms of not only production print, but industrial print. Now, I, for the life of me, can't understand why more dealers haven't gravitated to it before.